Townsend Finance Committee. Thank you, TCAM. Very good. This is Townsend Finance Committee. We're calling the meeting to order at 6:03 p.m. Could I have roll call attendance, please?
Carol Hofstas present. Jerome Mazik is present. Mary Jane Churchman present. Kathleen Swafford present.
David Walker present.
Sam Grant present.
Don Hayes present. With that, all 7 members of the Finance Committee are present. We have a quorum. We're ready. We can continue. At the next item on the agenda, this meeting is being recorded by TCAM. It will be available on the Townsend YouTube channel and will be played back on the local cable channel 8 and 9 on the podcast network. Is anybody else recording the meeting at this point? None being heard. No others. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And additions or deletions
with their own kind. This bizarre behavior.
Sorry.
Yep. Very late this afternoon. I did get an email from Roger at Cemetery and Parks. He has a request for an exemption to the higher increase. I haven't read it. It's kind of like it's brand new. Since we're meeting on Thursday, I think it's best to bring it up on Thursday rather than make it an addition today.
Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Because we are close and
I wonder why he's gonna add someone else. I thought he had.
probably summer help. We thought they had been hired or somebody maybe left again. I didn't read the details. It just came in. So I'll get that forwarded out to everybody. But that was really it for additions, and okay. Yep. Okay. Sorry. It's kind of like I'm just running through everything that came in. It's been a busy day with everything that happened yesterday. So we're going to move to the work session. First item in the work session is the meeting minutes review. We have 4 to review: April 7th, 9th, 14th, and 16th.
We
Yes, we
do?
We do. It's kind of like it's been a couple of.
I thought we weren't, I knew we were, I thought it was 2.
She's been reading them. I found a mistake in them.
Right.
I read one of them. I saw the rest.
Which one did you find a mistake in?
The most recent one, which I thought was.
The most recent
Last week.
is going to be
Did you
reviewed.
send me that mistake?
No, I didn't. I didn't know if I was supposed to do that or announce it so everybody would know.
Right.
Oh,
No,
okay.
the most recent one that just came in yesterday, I think it was.
The typo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That is going to be reviewed on Thursday.
Okay,
So
so
that's-
the one that I got,
Today or yesterday.
Last week.
Carol.
Well,
Yeah.
tell me where the typo is.
it's TICE, TICE you put instead of something else. I'll have to see it. Do you have the minutes right there?
The last minutes?
Yeah.
Oops, that was me. I just dropped it.
You know what? I'll send it to you, so you don't have to.
Okay, well, it's right here.
Okay.
Probably twice.
We need a new notebook there.
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm missing the 14th. I guess I forgot to print those.
Maybe we'll see the net. What one do we?
Yeah, again, this is only, it's kind of like
I guess I
With the
forgot to
28th,
print
so
out the 14th.
3 weeks ago.
You sent it out though.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent them out. Yeah, I sent them all out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
so I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I'll second that.
And
Which were all of
For
them?
the, yeah, all of them. Yeah.
Okay. And you seconded, Sam?
Second
okay, any further discussion?
No,
We-
I'll send it to you, Karen. It's
Okay, yeah.
Okay, great. Before I send them to the clerk.
Right.
Right,
Yeah.
fix it.
And again, it sounds like a lot with 4 minutes, but that's 2 a week, so there's.
I know, yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay, so we did have the motion and a second to accept the minutes as presented to us from Carol. Any further discussion, questions? None being heard, a roll call, or we don't need a roll call vote, we're all present, so. In favor to accept the minutes?
Aye.
All opposed? None here, three, the unanimous, and so Carol, you can forward those 4 minutes to,
Not a clerk, yeah.
for posting. I did have, it's sort of a placeholder now, on the agenda. I had hiring freeze exceptions, and that's why, it's kind of like it said, if any, and it was just so late. So we'll do the request we have.
What about Carla's?
That's ongoing. It's kind of like, she's working through all the details right now. We had approved the hiring of one person, and we used a generic term, recycle center employee. And when it got to the select board, they were very specific about the job posting title.
Really?
As you have to be when you post a job.
What was it?
It was a 1 versus a 2, so recycle center, operator, I think, 1 and 2. And so they were working through that, and I just saw an email.
Did they amend it and just accept it?
Because it has to be posted. It's kind of like, so it has to be posted properly as whether it's the 1 or the 2. And then once it's posted, it's there. I think we do a 14-day posting period. And then all applicants would be reviewed and then the offer made.
So what are you saying, though, we have to reapprove it with the?
No, we don't need to, I sent that question out. If we haven't been approving based on specific.
Right.
In job descriptions. If we think back to recreation, we were working through how many, instructors, how many supervisors, and in the end, we just said, it's really.
This number of people. Allocate them as you need.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I think the same thing helps, goals for that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine by me. I have no
Mhm.
problem approving it that way. I just didn't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like now all the follow-on bits
Have to happen, yeah.
And I think you were out, and it's a good time. I'll present it to select board when we meet with them again. That we actually have a form where we try to get more definitions around what the requirement is. So it's more clear up front, and it's more clear from the requester of what do they need. What do they need? So it may help, and this is a perfect case that says maybe there's, a little bit of process that has to be defined for it. And going forward, we need to have that discussion with the select board of, does the hiring freeze stay on through FY 27? So after the end of June, does it end at the end of FY 26? So that's really all we have on the hiring freeze.
Thank you.
You want one? And I had handed out these are the warrant articles.
Does it say April 24th?
The annual, April 24th on top, so these were just received by,
Oh.
or they were received by town clerk 4 days ago.
Okay, so many, two of those different than the ones I've
Different
written.
than the other one? I didn't get a copy.
Did you get this?
No.
No, I just,
Oh.
Jack just dropped them off, so.
Okay.
it's
Well,
not-
yeah, one of those.
Oh, Jack just dropped them off.
Yeah, that's why Jack was in, so appreciate him. I went looking for them, and I couldn't find them.
Because you're hot off the press, huh?
For today.
Right, and I did reach out to the town administrator, and he sent the motions that go along with it.
4/20.
I think they should be, they should be cleaned up a little bit from the.
All right, maybe I'll one of those. Okay.
So this is the official one.
This is,
Promotions may not match it, but.
Okay.
well, we did just get the motion mailed to us.
When does the new selectman become?
Today.
Today.
Yeah, today.
Tonight's the first meeting, 7:30.
Well, I was just going through to see when my term expired, and it's like 5/2, so we're on a different schedule than they are.
Correct. We expire at the end of town meeting in the year.
Okay, so we're through town meeting, and at the end of town meeting, we're expired.
When they hit the gavel, that's when it officially goes.
So I think I expire then too.
You were expired this year, Jerry expires this year.
Re-up.
Sam is next year, next year.
You will?
I am.
So,
You better.
Do I expire this year?
no, I think you're.
Oh, I haven't taken the contract
Yes,
out.
I believe you're next. I think it's next year.
I haven't looked.
We have to go through,
No.
so, I mean, I think, but when I joined, I had to get nominated by somebody, right?
Barrett.
Well, he had to, I thought he had to approve it.
He had,
Point two.
he had to appoint you, so
Don't
the,
get nominated.
yeah.
No,
We
no.
fill out a form.
When I-
So we have to go through that again?
Yes,
You have to fill out the volunteer form again?
yeah.
Just didn't ask for reappointment.
Just for, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right. It's kinda,
Let's get you a form.
I mean, I can go to Harrison at the office and ask for it.
it's on, online
Oh, it's
here,
online.
on the website. It's the
Volunteer,
volunteer form.
employment or volunteer.
How do I section on the website.
Oh, well, I was lucky to find the finance committee.
I was lucky to find the website.
Yeah, that's
I know
true.
my phone already has Townsend.gov, whatever it is.
Mm.
Townsendmod.gov. That's
Yep.
it.
As long as they don't change it.
They changed it to before.
So
So is there gonna be a, special town meeting within,
there is, my understanding, what I read is that there's one article on the special town meeting.
There's one article in it, do we know what it is?
It is the snow and ice article
Or to transfer,
to transfer
Transfer,
from
okay.
free cash.
so it'll be a special town meeting.
There'll be a special, we open the annual town meeting
Yeah,
and immediately, suspend and go into a special town meeting. Where we handle
and
the
that's been
special town meeting
posted, correct?
articles. At least that's been the procedure in the past.
and then transfer to snow and ice.
Yep.
So we don't know.
We don't know the amount yet.
The last amount we were given and what's been in the recap, sorry, is the 305,000. So if we look at when we get to the recap sheet, we can take a look at that.
Or whatever it is, it's gotta be.
It
Right.
is, it's kind of like, but
It is.
it-
Well, the good news is it hasn't changed since we haven't gotten snow since the last. time.
Oh, right, that's
Yeah,
right.
but it's gonna change because I put my snowball on.
Thanks.
Mother's Day storm is 77.
Oh,
your fault.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was working at Burbank Custom and people couldn't make it up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so where are we at?
So do we,
We're gonna go through the book.
We're gonna go through the,
Or,
well, sure, okay, we already done the special town meeting warrant article.
I think we are, we're gonna, talk about it and make a recommendation. Do we wanna go through and make the finance committee recommendation to approve?
Well, for the snow and ice, I mean, I think we have to.
It's a
I would
budget
say,
deficit and we have money.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, yeah.
So I'll make a motion that we approve, that we recommend approval of the special town meeting article to pay the snow and ice out of free cash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
out of free cash.
Wait, yeah, that's what's defined in the recap
I'll
sheet, so
second
it's
that.
consistent with that.
Okay, you second it.
So we have. A second, any further discussion on snow and ice?
I see that.
Okay,
Okay.
no other questions, then all in favor of recommending the article to transfer the snow and ice?
Aye.
All opposed? None being heard, it's unanimous. We want to pay for our snow and ice, so that we keep getting it cleared.
Yeah, I have enough trouble clearing my own drive. I don't have to clear the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah.
I have to take their stuff and put it somewhere.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Now we're gonna do
20 yards of it.
and now we're doing the
We can,
annual.
we
town
can
meeting.
do, yeah, I was gonna say, just like town meeting, we went from.
Yeah, from 3 to 2
To the
to
special,
1.
now we can go back. Article 1 is just reports for boards and committees, there's no financial,
Yeah.
Well,
No, it's actually,
Article 4, whatever that is.
If a board or committee wants to make a presentation or a report to town meeting, this is the opportunity to.
oh, so they,
So we should make a statement then.
yeah, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna write this down. I'm gonna type it.
Statement about what?
But what it is, because I don't think people know what they're voting on. I really, really, really don't think they do. I didn't know, and I,
Well,
Well,
that,
that's,
yeah,
yeah, I mean.
now you
I
are
mean,
more.
did
yeah.
you know that that's what it was? I didn't know that you could get up.
I did, I was,
So the school committee will
Yeah.
get up and do a presentation. That's what this is.
So any committee
Any,
can come up
any
and do
committee,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And they will ask on the floor, does any committee have, after they make the motion to, for the article,
Okay.
they'll ask if there's any reports. Similar, if we go back to last year, the Board of Health did their presentation at this
Correct,
point.
they did, yeah.
Right,
is this where we would say if we agreed or disagreed about the, conversations between select board and planning, not planning board, select board and, finance, this is where we would, if we had,
Oh, you mean like give a report,
yeah,
give a little synopsis of how we were treated?
something like that.
I'm not sure that's necessarily the appropriate place. I mean, there's more agreements that are important.
Well,
That's a
no, I guess,
presentation.
are you going for the part that we don't get the, oh, yeah, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yes,
No, I 100% agree with you, Jerry. I think it should be brought up, but,
But
Yes, this is the
let's
spot.
consider it recommendations.
okay.
We can, if we present it as we recommend going forward to be better, the following steps be taken. And we want the town to hear it from us,
Okay,
as well as the select board.
sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, more than town.
yeah.
Depending on how you put the spin on it, yeah.
Yeah, well, I
Exactly.
think more than town than selectmen.
okay.
Right.
Well, the select board need to hear it too, since they're the ones.
Well, we've been talking to them for like 2 years now.
So we voting? Oh,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I'm just starting to sharing again. Let me see if I can find it.
Mine isn't catching.
Well, if it comes my way, you better move.
well, my system ought to be beefed up now since
Your immune
I've
system.
been laying low for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Oh, what?
I just wanted
Not
to
the
see
time of the year to be.
if we have the
down.
motions online so people can follow along.
Is somebody watching?
Sorry, it's kind of
Is-
not right now, but
Oh,
this is,
okay.
okay, so this is the, sorry, we did it back.
Article
This is Article 1 in the special.
In the
Yeah.
special,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, that's what he has up
Yeah,
on
that's what I
the
have.
board,
Now, I clicked on the wrong.
on the monitor.
But just so you can see, you know, this
You're still on one.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's still on 4.
sorry, I was just going back and getting the annual town meeting warrant.
Okay, so we're on Article 2 now?
No,
No, we have to
haven't
vote.
voted on Article 1.
Oh, okay.
All in favor of recommending Article 1?
Aye.
All opposed? Unanimous? Article 1 is recommended. Article 2, the appointments.
Doesn't seem like this is something we need to recommend or not.
Not anywhere near it.
Let's see, Tuesday, the 10th.
All right, now.
Because it's not changing anything, it's just saying
No recommendation.
all the boards that exist.
They need to be appointed, are appointed.
Yeah,
Correct. It's kind of like, so based on the town charter, we just follow in the town charter and
Okay,
appointing
good.
and selecting.
Okay, so we don't have any input for this.
We have.
We don't need
to.
There'll be no recommendation from finance committee.
Okay. Next, Article
Okay,
3.
next Article 3, to see if the town will vote to elect 3 members of the James H. Tucker Trust Fund Committee, consisting of 3 members from West Townsend Village, elected by annual town meeting for staggered terms to oversee and administer the James H. Tucker Trust Fund.
So what is the James H. Tucker?
Is that the library we were talking about? No,
I
it's
was gonna
not.
say Kathy had information on that.
That was, it's the West Townsend, burial ground, whatever it's called, yeah.
The Riverside from what do they do?
This is money in this fund.
It goes to cemetery and parks?
Yeah.
Is it like a virtual, is that what it is?
No, I think it's anything,
Anything
that's
that they
needed,
need.
like I know they did an expansion on it.
Oh, yeah.
I believe
okay.
that's what it's for.
Alright.
They did an expansion, a couple of years back, and they probably used some of the money out of there.
Is Roger watching this?
I don't see anybody in.
is there something that we need to make a recommendation on? I mean, I guess it does affect funds indirectly, but it doesn't seem like there's a direct.
It's
Funding.
not direct, it's not direct for the general fund. This is a special trust fund, that's in there. So yeah, there's a trust fund monitored by the treasury, and these people would be in charge of dispersing those funds.
Right.
So not a general fund.
Alright, so we don't have to do anything with that then.
Let's see, new preservation.
Yeah,
Oh.
preservation. So Article 4 this is our first year of collecting the community preservation surcharge on our taxes.
Yeah.
And so at this annual town meeting, we're talking about using the FY 27 funds and dispersing them and creating pretty much these 5 funds and depositing based on the percentages that are defined in the CPA, and the estimated revenues.
Does the CPA allow them to spend that much on administrative expenses?
No, so I'm just gonna be, took the word right out of my mouth.
5% of the total revenue.
How do we know what the revenue is?
Well, they said that they're really gonna collect $105,000 for
Um,
1 year?
Well, that
That's what I mean.
105 is added to the 16, the 16, the 16, so there's 48 there. And 105, you're at 153, and then 1,000, you're about 161,000.
Now, isn't it, is for
That's
given?
what they're collecting from the
That's what
CPA?
they're expecting from the CPA in FY
Oh,
27.
yeah, because they get some money from the state.
Then they'll have matching funds from the state.
I don't think they get 1 for 1, is it? I heard it was a
No,
lot
no,
less than
Well,
1.
what's the budgeted reserve? Who gets to use
Okay.
that?
The
Yeah.
community, and these are gonna be the questions, and to your point is, the Community Preservation Act is passed, from the state has these buckets of where to place the money and who doesn't. They had the list of people that have been appointed to the Community Preservation Commission. They're doing, I'm sorry, and just as an aside, they're doing on Thursday at 6 o'clock, a meeting and a presentation
Oh,
about,
we can't go to that because we'll be here.
correct, unless we decide to change something.
So,
Or send just a representative to hear presentation. So that's a little aside. So this money is allocated the way they thought they would get it, from the state,
and they don't know how much money they get.
they don't know, these are estimates,
So,
and conservative estimates based on,
I think we should have real money numbers.
Well, you don't know what you're gonna get next year and how many abatements there's gonna be to it. So they did a conservative, I think they dropped it 20%, on the abatements.
That 8,000 seems excessive.
I think it's, and
For
I wanna know
administrative,
why they put
because
it,
that's like 50, well, that's not 50.
so what do they need it for,
It
number
just
one?
seems-
And
Well,
then
yeah, 50% of each of the,
of the
reserve.
buckets.
No, theoretically, by those numbers, it's 162, 430.
So why do they put the rest of it in the budget and reserve? What is
Okay,
that?
that would be for, it's a big open space project, so the one that, so that's an unallocated, but when, after the committee presents at the end of, at annual town meeting next year, we will be presented with a series of warrant articles to use this money to support projects.
So in
So-
fact, it doesn't go 1/3 to each of these buckets.
It goes, that looks like 5 or 10%.
That's 5-10%.
That's 10%.
Right.
Sorry, the easy number.
So in other words, just saying,
Yeah.
as an example. So for the next 2 years, we do the same thing, 16, 16, 16, 105, so now we got 210 in the
In
kitty.
the big one.
Now, let's
Big kitty.
just say
And-
one of the people who are eligible to receive the money,
Mhm.
do they get the whole thing?
No.
Yeah.
Well, no.
If-
Does
I
it
think-
know the
I-
answer to
I
that?
think on the budgeted reserve, the answer is yes.
Oh,
On the,
I
open,
think that's very important. to
so if
know.
they have a big project, they
if
could
they have a big
probably-
project, the example that Karen gave us was the money in Carlisle. It stayed in the pool, and then they wanted to buy a parcel of land, so it didn't get developed with 40B housing. So they took 3 million out of their, budgeted reserve and bought the property, so it made it open
So when
space.
I get, okay,
So,
I get that, I hear
So-
that, but
Yep.
what about not giving the money to projects that need it because they're saving up for somebody else's project? It just seems like there's room for agenda here.
there is, but they tried to put it in there with the diversified.
Doesn't this have to
I
go
have
to
no
town
idea.
meeting?
It has to go to town meeting on a warrant article to be approved. The town has the final say on where the money is spent. So it's not the CPA saying where it's spent. The CPA is gonna put together warrant articles, the CPA committee.
But don't they choose an award?
No, they choose,
What goes to town
They-
meeting?
they choose
That's
what
my
goes,
point. They choose what goes to town meeting.
and the town meeting gets the opportunity to approve it or turn it down. If you vote no on the warrant article, you can't spend that money.
So will the CPA be the only ones who know who the candidates are?
I think it will be relatively open and
Transparent?
I would think so, like I would,
I bet you'd have to request
right, yeah.
or go to the meetings.
So
All
this
right.
105,000, is this just an estimate or is this something that they they're
They think this is what they're gonna get based,
from the state? Is this like
Well,
the state thing?
if this, I don't know if this includes the state money, but, I think it includes only all
We should find that out.
1%.
We should
Yeah.
find that out.
Well, I'm just thinking, I mean, like I pay my CPA tax is like, I don't know, $70. If you're collecting or less,
Okay.
Even if you say $50.
Okay, let's just do it on the big numbers, okay? We get 21 million from real estate tax. Roughly. And 1% of that is gonna be your CPA.
210,000.
Right.
oh, okay,
Alright.
okay, all right.
Again, rough numbers, I'm not
Okay.
saying anything
Yeah,
exact,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's in the
Okay,
ballpark.
no, you're right, okay, go ahead.
Kind of like, so the 210, and now we've subtracted out 20% for abatements. And
So
so
we're saying
this
that
is
we
a,
recommend that they.
Okay.
this is an
Okay.
estimate of, based on
Alright.
those,
If that's okay, that, I guess that's an easy way to, that is.
Basically, this article is just saying we're gonna establish
funds
these reserve categories for this money that's
for this
coming in.
money for the CPA.
None of this is about spending any of it, it's just, this is where
They
we're
don't
gonna,
get it.
Allocating it.
Allocating it.
This, again, that's, we go to the CPA, the 1% is coming on real estate bills. And,
Well, there's opt-out people too.
and that's why I say 20%. So we talked about the 210,000
Uh-huh.
and then they took 20% out.
Oh,
So
that's how they arrived at this?
that's how they arrived at.
But you can't just opt out, you have to have
You have to
Yeah.
have
a reason.
Yeah.
You can't just say, I don't wanna pay it, which is what I would do if I could, but then.
Me too.
Yeah, I would too, but
I don't know,
Mm.
well, first of all, I'm not in favor of this anyway, so I should probably not say.
well,
anything.
yeah.
No. It's kind of like,
Categories.
but to your point of what you mentioned there's a pro and con, maybe. that-
Yes, there's a pro and con. That's very good, Donna. Okay, what are the pros?
Again, the pros of collecting this money, saving it, is the opportunity to apply it. One of the items that they mentioned was, this is an historic building. So CPA funds, when there's enough, can be used and approved at a town meeting to do some work in here instead of coming from the budget.
To apply to projects instead of coming to the budget.
Instead of coming to the budget or borrowing, yeah.
Okay, so what would be the cons?
1%.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Well, it's kind of like the 1% is voted, so we're, that is ongoing, but,
What,
You're right, just the CPA tax in general.
mhm,
Okay, so
but that,
I get it.
yeah, it's kind of like, we can't do anything, we can't back out of it with this article. So
Right, I get
this, yeah, this is reserving money.
To apply instead of,
money's already been taken in under that, whatever it is.
Right, is
So did we
estimated-
take money in this, we didn't take money in this fiscal year, did we?
Yes,
We did.
right, yeah. So
Or
it-
is that-
Did you see it on your
It,
property tax
it
bill?
was on the
I
last
didn't
two
really
property
look.
tax bills. So the one if you haven't paid this quarter, and I'll make the announcement, tax bills are due this week.
Yeah,
April
they are.
30th.
I think my
Right.
wife schedules that to happen automatic.
Okay,
So-
and-
My
and that
bank
may
is
be-
taking it.
so,
that money that's
I
coming
get
in
the
from
bill,
the two tax
But I
bills
don't
this
really
year
read it, I
is
just collect it,
part of this.
will likely be part of this, yeah.
but I'd like to see
Because
it.
there'll be a bit of money already in there. And again, that was retroactive, so your total amount for the year, instead of being divided across 4 tax bills, was only divided across 2. So that's pretty
2 quarters.
two bills, but 4 quarters worth, so it was,
So you're saying that the 2 bills for this year that we're paying and we just paid were higher than they would be next year, because this year it's 1% spread across 2 rather than 1% spread across 4.
correct. Yeah, if they, because we didn't have the tax rate set, and I don't know if it has to wait every year for the final tax rate to be set in December. And so this may be.
Oh, it may always work that way.
It may always work that way. I'd have to talk to the assessor, to be sure, but I'm just,
But
just,
as your taxes increase, so does your CPA
right.
go up, so.
Yeah.
So the pro would be the opportunity to apply
So basically, the
Maybe
CPA, 1%,
instead of taking it from the budget.
For some projects, for other projects, it's the opportunity to preserve open spaces. I mean, all the pieces and the benefits, that they talked about. The historic, preservation community housing reserve is kind of like, so if there are,
I just get real nervous about these things.
So,
Because they tell you one thing and then, what?
but whatever is in the historic resources reserve would stay there.
Mhm.
A
Right.
special project can't strip that out of there. So
I don't believe so, because the state has the recommendations of how much money in
Okay.
each of the project areas.
Okay.
Each of the sections of the CPA.
so they are taking 10% of the thing and dividing in 3 different directions on hold for that particular position.
Mhm.
And then they're putting the rest of it in the reserve, let's 5%, which
Right.
is going for admin.
Yeah, so 35, so 5% for
Apply
admin.
for admin. What is admin? Who is admin? Yeah, what is that? What are they doing?
Administrative expenses.
Yeah, I know, but what does that mean?
They,
Pencils,
it-
computer, software,
and,
training.
or maybe, labor that's required to fill in forms and things like that. They might be taking this money and applying for grants. I don't know. Kind of like, but that's the maximum amount. If you don't use it all, maybe you can adjust it.
So who does in charge of that? Who does
I
that?
guess the CPA fund.
The CPA team, there is a committee,
James Teroyan,
Maria Milliken,
Bill Rideout,
Bill Rideout, no, Bill Rideout, I don't think is on it.
oh, okay, I thought he was.
No, I think he wanted to be, but he had conflict of interest, and he.
Okay. Okay, I missed that. It's kind of
I
like
didn't write
most
it
of
down.
the things.
Oh, no, I know, Sandra Woods on it.
Well, that's the end of that one.
Yeah.
Now we go back to,
All right, so I guess we're gonna vote on
Okay,
it.
sorry, I was gonna say, any other questions about it? I mean, this is the first time that we're seeing it, first time the town's gonna see CPA, so there may be a lot of questions that actually get raised on the floor,
Let's hope.
and if anybody's listening, okay, so. But again, this is not money that really touches the general fund, this is money that's collected on the tax bill and put into.
But it would affect because some of this money will offset the budget, right?
It could, if the projects approved are.
It depends on what, not this year it won't.
Right,
For 2027.
for 2027, maybe 2028.
No,
Or
for
2020.
fiscal 27 it won't, because these are,
These are
It's
the,
not on the recap sheet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So would it go on the recap sheet next year?
probably not, because it's not part of the general budget. It's kind of like, this.
only if,
Like its own separate kind of.
It's like a
thing.
savings account or a CD that you
but
have.
like if they decide next year to say use, let's say by the end of this year, they've got 200,000 in the budgeted reserve. And they come up with 200,000 worth of work that has to get done in the town hall.
mhm,
They could propose to say, we're gonna spend 200,000 on the historic town hall building.
mhm.
And then that next year's budget would not require that 200,000 in the repair
From capital planning.
from capital planning or wherever for the town hall.
Right.
So it would indirectly impact the budget in that, okay, I as the building manager would not be making the request saying, hey, I need 200 grand in my budget to do
Right.
repairs.
He would be making that request to the CPA people to say,
Okay.
I have a historic building. that
But it's not something
And they would.
that we can count on and plan for in the
Yeah,
recap
yeah,
sheet.
that's what's odd. And it's, yeah, okay.
But I think it was meant to be that way so that you don't try to steal it use it for other purposes that it may not be intended.
Like paying the policeman.
Yeah, yeah.
And the fire, bunker, or whatever that is.
The bunker gear,
Yeah, the bunker.
And all.
fire.
I think they're getting it.
You do?
I think it's on, I
Really, Carol?
think it's
Look
on.
at that idea, you
Yeah.
just,
Oh, I've been pleading to get that bunker gear paid for. I mean, that's the one thing, I'm like, they've been waiting for a couple of years and it's getting at the end of its life and
Mhm.
I hope they get it.
All right, so if we decided, are we making a recommendation on Article 4 or not?
yeah, we're gonna.
Okay, do we have a motion to recommend Article 4? Nobody make a motion?
I'll make a motion,
Right.
I guess,
And what is it? What's it gonna be?
I don't know.
To recommend
To recommend.
Article 4, that's, yeah, recommend Article 4, what else can we say
We
about
can
it?
take no action.
That's fine with me, I'm good with
We
no
don't
action.
have to take no action. Or what, Kathy? You think that's
Okay,
Yeah,
being
I-
cowardly?
yeah, I don't.
well, all it's actually doing is
Is approving
establishing,
yeah.
yeah.
Approving their allocation.
Approving their
I mean,
allocation.
if we
of the
take
funds that
no
are-
action and it gets approved, I mean, we're not gonna change those categories.
Well, we're not recommending any changes
Yeah.
because these are.
Newsflash, we don't change anything.
Well, no, I don't.
I don't
It's
even
like
know what the distance until I find it here. What is it called in?
Conservation,
Yeah, it's right
preservation
here.
and the.
Community preservation.
Community
Community.
preservation, yeah.
Okay, Capital, Commission, Conservation Committee,
It's under the
Then-
mass.gov, if you go
Oh,
back.
no, I think he's looking for the.
Townsend.
Oh, the
It's on
committee,
Townsend.
community
Oh.
I
preservation.
can't find any committee for this thing.
I'll second the motion.
You'll second the motion.
Make it yet.
Well, I did.
Oh, see.
I did. Yeah, I did.
Yes.
Okay, Carol made a motion to approve Article.
To recommend
To
Article
recommend Article 4, and it was seconded by Kathy.
Can we have a little mini, just quick discussion on,
That's the next
Okay.
up, yep.
on other expenses in fiscal 2027? Here we go again.
Where are you?
I'm in the first paragraph, line 4. To recommend the community preservation for committee administrative expenses, okay, that's the 8,000.
Yep.
Community preservation projects, I'm assuming that's the reserves,
Mhm.
and other expenses in fiscal 2027.
With each item to be considered a separate appropriation.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, so,
Ooh,
oh,
that
that's a,
that might
that's
actually have needed 4 articles,
so,
yeah, so,
not combined, because if you wanna vote down any one of these lines,
right, but there's no line for other expenses.
you know what? I need to go on the website because it's been a while since I looked at the Community Preservation Act. And I know it's very specific what you can use the money for
right,
in specific categories. And I don't know if it's got this other expenses category listed in there.
Maybe I should tell you what it is.
So maybe we shouldn't be
So quick to recommend.
so quick to recommend, since I know I've read it before because I was always against it, so I was trying to figure out how to repeal it. But that's just me, but I know there's very specific categories and very specific how you can spend the money.
Mhm.
And the way this reads, I'm not sure we should, it might not be written properly in accordance with the mass state.
Okay,
I mean, I could be wrong, but I would be more comfortable if I could revisit what it says on the state
Okay,
website.
the state website.
Okay,
says-
Well, let me ask this, yeah. Do you have time to do that before Thursday?
that's exactly what I was.
So maybe we should defer discussion of Article 4 to Thursday,
Here, I'll just.
so that you have a time to research
I'll
it.
see if I could find it if I could figure out how to get it off the machine and send it out to you.
Okay,
Because I know it's not.
You send us just the
We get a
link.
link.
Oh, the link, yeah.
so why don't we, so maybe, do we
Yeah,
need to
we'll
vote on deferring this one, or we can just,
No.
we just say we'll defer this till
We
Thursday?
can
Take no action.
today to, yeah.
We can
Today.
take no action.
And defer it till Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it wasn't hard to, the last time I looked, it wasn't all that hard to find, so.
So we'll come back to this on Thursday.
Yeah, so I should be able to find it tomorrow and send you the link,
Okay,
and then we can all read it.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Okay,
and
Sorry.
while we're here, and we had a question, I went into the town meeting website and I found Community Preservation Committee. And it talks about the makeup, 1 member from Townsend Conservation Commission, 1 member
Yeah.
from
Where did you
Townsend.
find that?
I just typed in the search, I typed in.
Oh, that kind of search, I don't have that
Community
search for this
preservation.
thing.
1 member from Townsend Historic District Commission, 1 member of the Townsend Planning Board that is designated by that board, 1 member of the Townsend Cemetery and Parks Commission, 1 member of Townsend Housing Authority, and the last is 2 members appointed at large by the Townsend Select Board. And the list
Yeah, but
of,
that's not what we wanted to know.
well, the list of the people right now: Robert Therian, Maria Milliken, Kim Greeno, Lance McNally, Sandra Ward, Irene Congdon, and Robert Jusola. Jusola, thank you. So that's our committee. They have 4 that expire in June of next year, 1 in 2028 and 2 in 2029. So, sorry, it's kind of like that goes a little.
All right, so we'll do Thursday, we'll
Yep.
revisit this. Okay. Revolving fund article.
Let's see.
To amend chapter 104, in town's general bylaw.
Yep.
By amending section 1F thereof.
Okay.
Entitled
So-
authorized revolving fund. Adding the following revolving fund. Oh, they wanna just add this police fund?
So right
so
now,
this is, so when I want a police detail for my little project, I pay them. It goes into this fund instead of into the general thing, and then they pay for the detail out of the fund.
this one is strictly the administrator when we get to the full list of them. But yeah, this would be a new one, for $10,000 for the police department. So the administrative fees associated with.
Oh, cool.
So the $10,000 goes toward the wages.
Well, what they expect is not to spend more than $10,000 in a year.
On detail.
On the, so
Not
okay, not-
administrative
no.
costs of the detail.
administrative costs of the detail,
Oh,
and they're not, so they will put in their fees for details. They will put the detail fee, and then they'll have administrative detail fee.
And only the detail fee comes out of this revolving fund.
Only
No,
the
administrative fee.
And
detail.
administration.
Right, the other ones stay within the existing revolving fund, so.
No.
So,
Is there a resisting, the detailed cruiser thing? Is that?
well, I'm gonna scroll down, Article 6 is the full list of these.
Yeah,
So we have detailed cruiser fees, which was relatively new.
police records request,
Cruiser
fees. Well, detail cruiser, you have to pay for the cruiser too? It's on a set, a guy in the set? A
No,
guy across the-
you have the option, if it's just a detail and somebody shows up in their pickup truck. It's kind of like you pay for the officer.
Oh, the officer can come in his own car, but we
Correct.
still have to pay for him.
Correct, you pay for the job.
Oh, did you know that? I didn't either.
I've seen a gray pickup truck and the police vest on. It's kind of like,
Huh, really?
yeah, kinda like,
Interesting.
at least it seemed that way to me.
No, I think I've seen them,
Hmm,
where you don't see a cruiser, but you see a pop out.
right,
Yeah.
So the
Directing
policeman
traffic.
is the detail
the policeman is
person and the cruiser is a detail cruiser.
correct.
So you
Yeah,
get 10,000 for the men or women, the people, and we have 6 for the car.
No, the 10,000 for the administration of the
Administration.
detail.
right.
I don't know.
So,
In the car one.
okay, so let's just take,
your own vehicle rather than take a cruiser.
right,
But why are they paying
For the crew,
for the vehicle?
yeah,
The vehicle has no,
Maybe it's got a body
but
cam,
it's got wear and tear
got the body
on it, and
cam.
it's got the dash cam.
let me
And
back,
it's got all of the things, so if you're tying up one of your $97,000 lease vehicles at a detail site, there's a cost associated with that vehicle being out of service for the town.
Let me,
and that's what this would go, this doesn't go to
So,
me driving my car.
no,
Okay.
so detail cruiser fee is for when there's a detail and
Like
the,
when they're
why-
directing traffic and they have the cruiser on the
But-
side and the blue lights go.
Why are we spending money on that? Should.
we are not spending money on that. This is a revolving fund.
Okay, but it's spending
collect
limit.
these are spending limits, so they will collect money and the fees for that go into this revolving fund. This says they don't expect to spend more than $10,000 in that fund of outgoing money, so they don't expect more than 10,000 in.
But
And
what are
then
they
not-
spending the money on?
okay, so
Administrative
I
fee.
used to hire police details. And, you have to pay them whatever, we used to have to
Yeah.
pay. So when I used to pay, the minimum was 4 hours and back,
Right.
say 55, whatever. Take $50 for 4 hours, so you pay $200 for a police detail, no matter if you use them for an hour.
Yeah.
So is that money going in? Does all that money go to the cot, or does some of that money go into this revolving
Some
fund,
of the money would probably have to go into these funds.
into
Right.
these
Like-
funds? Okay.
Yeah, so there'd probably be a detailed invoice where they list,
Will they break it all down?
where they break
Okay.
it down. And you know how much is going in.
But then so when you go back to the administrating,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming that's like the person that's scheduled the
Big
detail?
person to schedule the
Right, it-
detail.
sometimes it takes a long time because you have to go down the list.
Yeah, I know there's a rotation and.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah,
that cost, we think.
yeah, because you
Right.
can't.
That's what the
But
administrative
The
fee.
administrative fee, but what,
We're
I don't
thinking that.
understand
The
the
detail-
detail cruiser fee.
Right.
I don't understand that.
Okay, if the officer goes out and has the cruiser with him for 2 hours, that's 2 hours that your cruiser is not available for town
Right,
Yeah,
emergency.
so,
That's-
yeah, okay.
And it's usually running, and so there's wear and tear on it, there's gonna be maintenance associated with it that's gonna be more frequent because you're using it.
For example, the election yesterday, we had a policeman here because we needed detail because it got rid of the constable. We really only needed the man or woman or whoever it was. Do we
And
pay for the car too?
I don't believe so. I believe.
I would think not in that case, because the car is not on the side of the road and running,
Right. It's,
right?
if,
But
if
this
he,
isn't money coming in, this is money going out.
no.
No, it's money
It
coming
starts-
in and
It
out.
starts with money coming in.
No, I understand that.
Okay,
Money comes in, but what do they spend it on going out?
okay. It says administering police, if we're going on Article 5, administering police details including, and but not limited to personnel time, payroll processing, software and related expenses.
So where are revolving fund?
So
Did we get a copy of the revolving fund account?
Right, but
That's-
that's the administrative fee.
that's the administrative fee.
Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay, so.
So let's focus on that one then,
Yeah,
for now,
okay.
and
I don't have a
Right.
problem with that. It's the cruiser fees I have.
Oh, okay, so we're, all right, so we're gonna recommend, I make a motion, we recommend. I don't even know what it is, $10,000 for the new revolving fund for the police detail administration fee.
we have to get that detailed, or we just say we recommend approval of Article 5?
Oh, okay, I recommend we
Does it-
approve
I mean,
Article 5.
Well, I'll ask you that question.
It does, I don't think it needs to be any more detailed than that.
Then, okay,
Than- Because everything else,
Okay, so let me, what are the pros of
Yeah.
this?
The pros of it?
that,
Well, somebody has to have been, somebody has to do the
Right.
scheduling of the police details.
And it,
and it takes money out of the standard budget.
So,
It,
Okay,
it,
go with
it,
that one.
it does not require money in the police budget to fulfill this up to that amount.
this is extra duties on top of the duties of,
are these duties that are fees paid by outside person using said duties to the police department? And then,
Yes.
yes.
so this is basically has nothing to do with the budget. It has everything to do with what are we taking in, and it's going to take care of these items.
and this is establishing it, and this is the estimate for.
No, we're not talking about that one.
all right, so can I say
That's
that,
the next article.
the pros, this does not require money in the budget, it comes from private
It comes from the detail,
detail,
yeah.
private detail payments.
Yeah,
And so the cons of it would be
That-
the money would have to come out of the budget for the administrative
Well,
fees for this private
Right,
detail.
so it's sort of, if we do this, it stays within the police department, they monitor the hours, it sounds like they're purchasing software to track the detail hours and putting it in and scheduling it, because it also has to do the payroll and create payroll from it. So there's time spent with it, so, this would be paying the person doing those tasks, and not needing to come. So the option is, the revenue from the details comes into the general fund and then
has to go back
has to
out.
go back out to the same people
For that purpose.
for that purpose, because they did that.
So they'll get commingled and they're not paying for,
Right, so
Right.
this,
Whatever.
so I guess a pro gets you into, it's not mingled in the general fund, and you can differentiate where
okay.
where pays are coming from.
In general fund, okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go down everybody's?
Okay, so we had.
No, we have to vote on this.
We have.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Did
Yep,
anybody
that's it.
second that?
I'll second it.
Okay.
Okay, so we got a motion to approve Article 5 and a second. Any further questions? None being heard. Well, voice vote, all in favor,
Aye.
all opposed? Unanimous. Okay, Article 6, the full. Now, we have two sets of sheets in front of us. These are the revolving funds, because we asked for that.
Oh, good,
Do-
good.
Do we want to revisit Article 6 going through the others, because this is 13 lines of lots of questions, I think.
As
And-
opposed to what?
And well, move on to do the other,
I
come back.
back to this one.
Come back.
Back to this
So
one,
do the
okay.
quick ones.
I don't know if they're
It's very
quick, but
first,
it's kind of
right?
like, I think they're more one article at a time. This looks
Yeah.
like trying to
Yeah, 13.
13 before the final.
Okay, that's smart. Right. What's this one?
Okay.
Article 7, to see if the town will vote to fix the salaries and compensations of all elected officers. Provided by Mass General Law, section 41, section 108, as amended.
Yep.
As appropriated in this warrant, or take any other action to.
Okay,
So
so
that's to set the town clerk's fee at
Salary.
71,000?
Yep, so, no, I guess the question is, did that
What
match?
do you mean all electric officers?
Well, that's the
Yeah,
thing,
the only
one
The only one.
that has a
It used to
salary.
be years ago, the tax collector was
Oh,
elected.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Right.
we recommend somebody else to recommend it. I'm a good idea.
I just wanted
The
to.
I can,
only thing I don't like about the article
Mhm.
is that they're putting the salary in there, so if there's a change in the budget,
Mhm.
He's locked in on that.
he's locked in on that.
Right,
If I remember correctly, it's still down from last year anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
especially the year before.
So,
Yeah, so what do you think, Kathy?
I think years ago they used to put the amount in there. So.
Yeah.
It's just something to be aware of, that this can happen.
yeah, well,
And if somebody gets up and says, I'm gonna cut the town clerk's salary in half, no, you can't because it's already, they'd have to.
Right. Yeah, so
It's probably a good thing.
so do you want me to make a motion?
I just go into the budget just to make sure the number matches what's in the
Okay.
budget that we saw. Sorry, it just.
No, that's a good
Just-
idea.
okay.
That is a good idea.
So you would say that the pros are it preserves the salary for the, in this case, the town
Yeah.
clerk.
Yeah.
And the con would be,
You stuck at that salary?
he is, but that's not a town thing, right?
Well, see,
On their position?
I was gonna
The
say,
position.
The
right,
position.
it's the position, it's kind of like, so
Position is, this is only for 1 year though, isn't it?
this is 1 year.
Oh,
Setting the salary, it's kind of like, and that's what it's showing in the, budget that was forwarded that says police no override. It's kind of like, so when the override would fail, it's still, it was the same in the prior budget. That we looked at if the police override did pass, because as he explained to us, all the rest of it stays the same, it was just really the police budget that changes. If the override didn't.
Okay, so it's the same in both budgets.
It's the same in both
Okay.
budgets. Yes, so the
Why
one,
put it in? Why did they, well, okay,
Cause they have to, right?
oh,
I think they have to.
that's a fixed
Well-
salary,
Because it's an elected officer,
right,
right?
it looks like by the Massachusetts law,
Yes, so
it has to be appropriate by a warrant, by a warrant.
by a
Yeah, this is a housekeeping article.
oh, okay.
yeah, housekeeping article
Yeah.
to say that the salary matches what's in the budget. And again, I mean,
so you, did somebody second?
I can,
Carol?
yeah, I can't speak. Make a motion to, recommend Article 7.
second.
we got a motion and to recommend Article 7 and a second for it. Any further questions or discussion? Have it all covered. All in favor of recommending Article 7? All opposed? We recommend it unanimously. Article 8,
This is the budget.
the actual budget. And
Let's skip this one. Oh, I'm not skipping, but it's
I know what you mean.
no, it's kind of like, again,
like the
it's
revolving fund,
Yeah, because if you can get all this
out of the
out of
way.
the way,
right.
Do these numbers all match?
On this
I will
office staff.
have to go back because I believe we got a budget this afternoon too.
Oh,
Kind of like,
okay.
So with the failure of the.
well, he given us one last week with the failure.
Okay,
And I think he just resent the same thing, but I wanted to double check it.
double check it.
It's kind of like, and so in and out
I
of
don't
15
know, I
minutes, I
didn't
didn't
see it,
have
'cause
that
I don't check
opportunity.
my email that
I
way.
get,
No, I didn't, I did check, I didn't get it.
Are you still having problems getting?
I sent him an email, maybe he didn't get my email, but I said, for some reason.
Hmm.
You forwarded me.
I got it at 3:43 PM.
Okay.
So Article 9, this didn't change, right?
Article 9.
Oh, so we're skipping eight for right now?
I think we should
Okay.
skip 8. Oh, yeah, he's right,
We'll
yeah.
go, we'll go back again, similar
Yeah,
to,
get the little ones on.
Yep.
Okay.
it's kind of,
Receives the town will vote to appropriate PFAS settlement monies. Okay, that came in from a lawsuit, right?
right,
Received in calendar 2025. Amount 643,3241, and allocate these funds to the PFAS maintenance fund
mhm,
to be used to pay off treatment plant debt.
Yeah.
Treatment media replacement. You wanna give us a little, what does that mean?
okay. Have you been to the treatment plant?
Yes.
Did you go into the big area where they have big propane tanks that go from 4 to 40 feet high?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the media, those
Oh,
records, those records.
So
are
that's a
filtered.
word. It's not like they're not gonna have music or.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It's-
it's gonna hit the
Yeah,
baby.
yeah,
It's not okay.
yeah, it's a term for,
It's a
Okay.
PFAS term.
it's a, term for filters and things. It's kind
Treatment
of-
media replacement, maintenance of the treatment.
you know, that's gonna come up one time, where they're gonna say media.
Mhm,
Yeah.
right,
Storage filters.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
This is the kind of thing that we should be
It's-
ready to educate the taxpayer.
it's kind of like,
Those are the filters.
Yeah.
This is money that came in last year and we're gonna allocate it this year.
right.
And I assume that this was done last year the same way with whatever funds were received in 24 were allocated to this purpose.
I don't
last
think
year.
I don't think that happened.
Yeah, I don't know if that
This is a
was,
one-time lawsuit.
I don't think we had the settlement last year.
Oh, okay.
This was,
Yeah, it's a one-time deal.
right.
This was a one-time thing.
Well, aren't there a lot of different
And
suits?
there's multiple suits out there. I don't know, I don't think they're all settled.
No, I don't either.
Because each of the
Is that
companies
the-
that produce the PFAS material is being sued separately, so they're all settling at different times.
And we haven't
Oh.
received money before now? I thought we did.
Oh.
So does that mean if they don't need to spend all this money, it would get returned to the town, or does it?
No, it can only be
It will
spent
stay
on the.
here, water enterprise fund,
Okay,
because it is for PFAS. Your meteor doesn't have to be replaced every year. There's probably flushing and things.
so they could save this money to be spent 2 years from now if they all of a sudden they start replacing some stuff.
Yeah,
Okay,
right, because again, I think there's 3 big, tanks in, holding that filter media.
You should go down sometime, it's very interesting.
I,
Huge
if-
tank.
well, you're gonna be in charge now, right?
That's the other-
Again, he was in charge.
Yeah, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Twice.
So she gets to pick.
So we're doing a
Sorry.
cardboard cutout of Jared to put in the other chair.
Oh, so what?
I got 2-year and 3-year.
You did.
What about the other people who were running?
There were no other people running.
Yeah, no, everything was right in, so, kind of, okay, sorry, we need to,
Well, I'll explain.
Well, they were,
Yeah, later,
there were
later,
So-
later,
Yeah.
much later.
so, just back to.
Yeah,
the plan.
Let's get back.
What's the cons of it?
Well, it's paying down the debt
It's paying down the
So
debt,
there are no cons.
and it's
So-
going to pay for the upkeep of the treatment plant.
so,
So that,
yeah,
it's, yeah,
I think
Yeah.
there's probably no cons because you can't use the money for anything else.
right. because it's a settlement. But just about the plan, and what Terry said, if we find that would like to have a meeting, we can use their conference room sometime. We can set up a day that maybe if you're working from home and you can do an hour or 2.
Or you can just run right down to the water department.
We can,
because you're close.
and make sure we have a schedule. Well, we have to make sure it's not booked. But I walked in there, the size of that wall, the whole is a screen, a display screen. So I would be able to take a budget and project it up.
We could,
Maybe we should have, I
I mean,
mean,
Well, that's what it, yeah.
Does TCAM have a run over there?
We do, yeah, I think they do,
Yeah,
but if
yes,
they
they
don't,
do.
we do it with Zoom.
no, they have a one.
Yeah, I thought we had said that in the contract.
Okay, I'm gonna make a recommendation that we accept.
Okay,
Okay,
thank you. So we recommend Article 9.
And I'll second it.
Okay, so we had a motion to accept Article 9 in a second of that. Any further discussion? I know some people, we do the discussion before we make the motion, so I'm fine with that, but if there is any other further questions.
no, we're good.
Okay, then, all in favor of recommending Article 9?
Aye.
All opposed? None being heard. Article 9 is recommended unanimously.
Another budget?
Yep, Article 10, the
This is the-
enterprise department budget.
Yeah.
So this is, the water enterprise budget is being set at 2.49, or $2,497,508. And then,
Do we get to see it?
no, what we actually end up seeing, so the budget is approved by the, water commissioners.
Yeah.
Because that's done for setting the rates. What we're interested in is in the third line where it says the amount of the intermunicipal expenses, $482,225 will be transferred to the town's general fund for the services we provide to the water department. The accounting, the paying the bills, the paying salaries and benefits and,
we send money up here.
yeah, the water department sends money to the town.
This is like two things. This is a two thing. This is two prong. Vote to appropriate the sum of $2,497,508.
Well, basically to approve the water department budget.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But we don't see
And
it,
in
right?
that budget, they're transferring $482,220.
So we're approving something that we've never seen. Is this what you're at?
always
Am I
that way.
getting- am I-
Your water take, yeah, I suppose we're not seeing it and the water commissioners have seen it and the water takers are paying. So it's not all the time, all taxpayers, it's all the water users.
The people who use it.
Yeah.
Or taxpayers.
Yeah, but not all taxpayers.
I understand that, but those of us who are on it, I don't know, I think it's crazy to,
We get a budget though at town meeting, right?
At the town meeting, they can have, if you have any questions, they can have.
then maybe we should not vote on this until we see the budget.
Oh,
So,
they ran through the budget, they ran it through their own commission, and then it was presented to the town to vote on how they're gonna spend their own money.
you know what? I make a motion that we don't recommend this right now. I mean, I don't know how to say this diplomatically, but
Have you, in the water department, have you gone over the budget?
we have.
You have? So we can request.
You can even request to see it.
Oh, we can?
Oh, sure.
Oh, all right, so let's do that and
Okay.
hold off on this one.
Okay, so
You can have, I mean, I'm sure you would come in Thursday night if you wanted, I mean, you know, or
See if he
whatever.
comes in and,
Oh,
see if-
We don't have to go that far.
yeah, well,
But just to
you
see it,
can.
no, I know, but I mean, if we could, I
Right.
just think it's a little bit reckless to just say, okay, it's good.
okay, so you request a copy of the
I'm the water
Water,
budget.
water.
I give
So
up
who's
on
gonna
it.
request it? Dawn, are you going to request that?
I can request it, sure.
Who's he requested from? Is she sitting right there?
No, it's kind of like it would come from Dave,
Yeah, no,
the
not the
water
commissioners.
superintendent. Yeah,
No, not you.
the
No, you
commissioners,
Right.
yeah, so the water commissioners are like your board of directors.
Okay,
And Dave is the water superintendent, so
okay.
we're requesting from Dave, he puts it together.
Mhm.
And he's always willing to share.
He'd love to come up and talk.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you want in the paper.
Okay, so we are,
I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, so this is,
Article 11
One
is
is,
the
what the hell?
Board of Health Enterprise Fund for solid waste enterprise. Yep.
Operates a solid. Is this the,
This is the trash fund.
This is,
is trash pickup?
this is
Yeah, this is the
curbside
trash
pickup,
fund.
curbside pickup and the fees associated with it.
So it has to pay for the contract with Shaw's.
Right.
Right,
And then it also pays for, some of Carla's work that she
Yep.
does for that.
Okay, so it pays for
$17,000.
Shaw's contract,
yeah,
and that's really for the town pickup,
That's-
correct?
curbside,
Yes.
yep.
Yes.
Curbside
Oh,
pickup.
curbside?
Yeah,
I thought we were paying for curbside.
we are through this fund.
Through this fund, the town dumpsters are paid by the town. They're not paid by this fund.
This is where
This is
the money
the
goes.
trash, this is the trash fund we established last
Right,
year.
so this is the sticker.
This is just saying we're gonna reconstitute, basically we have to reconstitute the trash fund for this year. We have to approve it, we have to
Right.
approve
We have
it.
to approve the payment of the bill, basically.
Right.
is-
Right.
Well,
And they had presented, if you want a refresher on them, we had, they showed the FY 27 proposed budget, with the revenues that they were expecting. And then the cost we had, because the cost had the breakdowns, is label fees, sewage, postage, this year, which we didn't do last year. Everybody had to come in and pick up the stickers. This year they'll mail them. So there were a few more expenses. There was the, was it $10,000, unexpected, for unexpected events. So there was a little bit of money.
So is the 797 include the increase of the sticker?
Yes.
Okay.
And again, it's kind of like, it's all interpretation. Last year's sticker was good for 10 months at 125.
Right, and see, I don't think people remember that.
Right.
They have to
It's kind of,
So-
so
Say that?
it's kind of.
When are they available? For next
They
year?
have to be, they're available now, I think you have to have them by,
You have to have it by July 1st, so
Oh,
they'll be available pretty soon.
pretty soon,
Yeah.
everybody.
I would say by the 1st of June. Yeah.
At least.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have to do it online, don't you?
You don't have to, but you can.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like, so right now, the Unipay is not set up for
But didn't
the
the.
FY 27.
They didn't have an amount on it.
Didn't have an amount?
No, they
It did
didn't
go
have
up,
the
though,
amount,
right?
they didn't,
Okay.
yeah, they hadn't, done it, but it was presented in there that the sticker fee was gonna be 150 this year for the base, the single family. Then I forget if it's I think it's 200, then 300 for the three family piece. And it's gonna be a smaller sticker than this year and a different color.
now is Shaw's contract changing?
The Waste Zero contract changed a bit, which is the place that makes the bags. The cost of the bags went up, that's why there's.
Cost of the bag.
The cost of the bags, but, so, yeah, it's kind of like the cost of the bags went up, but the cost we're charging for the bags is not. So with the higher sticker fee, they're able to stay the bags at the same cost and eat the expense of the increase,
I
of
hope
the
they're better
bags.
bags.
Yeah,
Those bags.
Talk about the bag time.
so, so yeah, they,
It's 1 mil.
if you want me to
Anything.
resend all the details, it's kind of like, but these numbers match to where they are. And then there's the intermunicipal expense transfer to the town for the $17,169 for the expense of the treasurer and accountant and all that other work that the town puts forward explicitly for the Board of Health and managing this fund.
Mhm.
And the reports that we see on a
Right.
regular basis.
So I will make a motion that we recommend Article 11.
I'll second that, definitely.
Okay. so-
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, yep, we had a motion and a second. Now, any questions or comments?
So it doesn't say specifically to pay the trash fee, does it?
No.
It-
it says
Operate this.
To operate the solid waste department, that's how
Yeah.
it says, so that's kind of
Okay.
vague.
Yeah, but
Well, I think the solid waste department is the department to handle the trash program.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Okay, I just don't want the money to be able to be spent just because it's going into general fund to be spent on something else.
It's
No, but
really
this,
not, this.
the 797 is not going into the general
waste.
fund.
Enterprise.
We're going
fund.
into the
It
enterprise fund?
says,
It's
Yeah.
going into an enterprise fund for Board of Health.
Yeah. The solid waste enterprise fund.
I don't think so.
I don't think,
I think this is giving the town permission to spend the money from the enterprise fund.
To operate this.
Right, but just to operate the solid waste department.
So this is.
They
for the
can't take
town.
it, they have to do the operation.
Yeah,
Just like the other one with the water.
right, right. This is basically saying, okay, the money that you collect for your stickers and your trash bags, you can use to pay the costs of
Oh,
manufacturing
no, I
those.
read this wrong. It's a
Yeah.
17,000 that gets into the general fund.
Right,
Okay,
Yeah,
right.
I was reading it wrong.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
okay,
Thank you.
yeah.
We voted on it?
Okay, well,
Well,
now,
unless anybody
now,
has any more questions.
there you go. Any more questions? Then we're ready to vote. Vote to recommend Article 11.
Hi.
Any opposed? None heard. It's unanimous. Article 11 is recommended by the Finance Committee. Okay, now, those of you that also worked on the Capital Planning Committee, thank you for that extra duty. Article 12 gets to be
That's what we have, that's what we have.
so
The highway, oh,
the first item is, so,
But basically you have to pay that.
it's
oh, it's a lease.
It's a 50-year lease and it's 31,000 and the funding source is capital stabilization. So there's enough to be in
Okay.
capital
There is
stabilization.
mine right now.
Right? The least,
Yeah.
It's a lease to buy. This is the fifth and so it will be ours after.
Oh, this is the last
This
payment, you're saying?
is the last
Yeah.
payment.
Yep.
So this goes away next year.
least to buy, yeah.
Last payment, that's good. Very good. Okay, so now we're into the
Then-
policy again.
Yeah, second item is the fee, and this is the lease payment on Fort Cruises.
Right, and that's already accounted for in the budget, because it says general fund.
Right.
This is
In the budget.
Yeah.
This is in the budget, yeah.
Oh.
The override budget that didn't pass?
No.
It has to be in budget whether the override passed or not.
Right,
No, this was part of the, for capital planning, they said it was already allocated in the police budget.
Right.
Right, it is, and then if it's required to be reported differently, because this is actually capital, not.
So what else, snap time?
Oh, my budget.
Yeah. So
Why is it coming out of sale of properties and not those ambulance funds?
because if we took it out of the ambulance funds, I didn't see the ambulance fund transfer article.
Because I believe when they asked that question, that would decrease the amount of ambulance receipts to the town, so then there would be $135,000 deficit.
Let's.
Supporting the fire EMS, or the EMS.
so what properties, when this says sale of properties, was this properties that were sold last year and certified into free cash?
I believe.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so this is essentially taking 135,000 from free cash.
But it's specifying how the money got to free
Right,
cash.
but
Yeah.
because the sale can't go to free cash, it goes into an account that can be only used for specific things. And capital equipment is one.
How much is in that account?
Oh.
I don't know right now. It's kind of like.
So wait a minute, you're saying when we sell off properties, but I thought you said when we sell off the properties, that money gets certified to free cash.
I thought it did the first year. It's kind of like, and we did, but, what I heard now is that money actually can't go to free cash. Or if it is free cash, it can only be allocated.
For certain.
It's like a subset of free cash. They can
Okay.
only be
So
used.
it's sort of free cash, but it's not.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah, so they're planning to take from the sale of properties that,
So how much is left in that account then?
I don't know. It's kind of like, I'm trying to think of the last sale of properties.
Well, cause we sold properties the year before as well.
We did.
Last year,
Yeah.
then.
So I remember when I first joined, you talked about the sale of
The-
properties and
the November,
getting,
yeah.
getting certified and all that
Right.
stuff.
And then I think we had a sale last May,
We did.
and that money is what's part of this, but I don't remember
The amount,
yeah, it was like the water department building out in West Townsend was part of the sale.
who bought it?
I don't know, I think it's an auto repair shop.
What, the water?
Yeah,
Or
or restoration. No, it's service
Service
master.
Pro, isn't it?
Service
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 Pro?
master.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Serve Pro or service master.
Couple
Yeah, one of the-
from town have that business and they
Mm,
purchased it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep, so, and other than that, the sales weren't very much money. It's kind of like, couple of the lots went for $1,000, but again, it gets them back on the tax rolls for the rest of it.
Yeah, so a lot of them are unbuildable lots, but the people who abut them might buy them just to
Mhm.
have,
Right,
you know.
And that was the thing, I mean, I think there was one at 8 and a couple of them at 1,000, but all the bids were accepted and, they,
So there's an account for that. Will that be, when
Well-
we do the accounts, will that
Well-
pop up?
it's not on the revolving account, we'll have to ask, what that is. I don't know if it's Elizabeth or Karen, but somebody should have that number.
Okay. Yeah, because what if it doesn't have $135,000 in it?
It should, the water department building itself covered it.
Okay.
Okay, so that would take us to the total of $268,620 to pay for those 3 items.
But they're all coming out of different spots.
They're all coming out of the different spots, correct? But the articles through,
Capital plan.
yeah.
I mean,
For the capital.
so you said item 1 has to get paid,
Yes.
item 2 has to get paid based on the, based on being in the budget.
Mhm.
Item 3 that does not necessarily have to, so what would happen if the town turns off, what would happen if the town turns down this article? Regardless of our recommendation, I'm not, you
Okay.
know,
I'd say the leasing company will take back the front end loader that we're one payment away from paying for.
We're
and
just
owning.
one payment away from it, then sell it.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
No,
but
No, he's
the
pretty
question,
difficult
the question,
right, I'm saying, what if I'm a loud obnoxious person in the town meeting, I don't wanna spend, we can't spend this money, and he convinces enough people to say, no, we're not gonna
right,
approve Article 12.
Right.
we could take it back.
Right, okay, so
Yeah.
basically you're saying, well, they're gonna take back the
and.
loader,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be stuck with not being able to shovel your snow,
Yep.
Front end, yeah, move it when,
or,
because a front end loader would be.
right, and we're not gonna be able, we're gonna lose our police cruisers, cause we're not gonna be able to pay for them.
Bicycles instead.
Yeah,
And,
Good.
and,
They want gas.
firemen won't have their.
the firemen will have protective gear,
Firemen will have,
and they won't be, so they won't be going any fires.
right,
Well, they're only going into the bunkers, you know.
so yes, there's a lot of downside if these aren't approved.
Okay, that's fair, I just
Mhm.
wanna understand that, basically, if they don't approve it, this money can't be spent, and those items basically
It'll go.
get confiscated.
Right.
This is done every year.
What happens, yeah, what happens when you don't pay a lease on your car?
Right,
It's
you
kinda
get
like-
repossessed.
Yeah.
Because they'll come with the
Oh.
tow truck and just load it
Right.
back up.
Are the police cruisers leased to buy as well?
No, I don't believe so.
I believe they just lease.
Right,
Yeah, because they turn them in every.
Because they turn over, because the wear is big enough that it's not worth buying them.
Right.
So how often do they get every 4 years?
right.
Well, they
Every-
stagger.
The leases are staggered, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, and so. this-
And they shop for the leases, right? Like
Well, again, police vehicles are sort of,
Are they on the bid
they're
list?
custom, they're probably on the bid list, and, I believe they're even starting to look at electric on some of them right now. To see, how they perform. So it's kind of like, so there's always the constant evaluation of what the,
Get to the.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
so.
An hour.
If all you're doing is Townsend, then electric should do fine.
you would think, it's gonna, but then
I
you
know
are,
they're a faster acceleration than,
but
They're going pretty fast now.
right, but
Yeah.
then there's the, how many
Yeah.
of them have to be charged and how long, and, you know, it's kind of like,
Mm.
what's the rotation gonna look like? It's
Right.
So, okay,
So I guess I'll make a motion to recommend Article 12.
I'll second it.
okay, so we get a motion to
I'll pay for that
recommend
loader.
Article 12, and, a second.
I don't need the police car, so they can wait for this now. I got a couple of extra bicycles, we just got rid of a handful of them,
Well,
and
you
there's
just go
two left.
motorcycle too, so you know.
Motorcycle, that needs gas too much.
We're gonna have a motorcycle officer?
Yeah, we already have it. It was donated.
Excellent,
It was
I like the price.
donations. But
What do you got, Harley?
I have no idea what it was.
when did we get that?
Very recently. I'm not exactly sure when, but very.
So right now, what we have.
So we have
The weather's coming.
Okay.
Okay, so
We
we
ready
have,
to vote?
any further questions on capital
Mm.
budget? Okay. So all in favor of recommending Article 12?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it, unanimous. Article 12 is recommended. Article 13.
This is a must pay thing.
This is trying to level out the once every 3 year evaluation, that the assessors have to do of a property value. And so this is putting another $8,000 into that fund, so when we do it next year.
And
we'll do
this,
the third
and
year.
this is this in the general budget?
I would have to look and see, because this article, if we say is coming from free cash, has to
Oh,
has to show up on the recap sheet, because this is a warrant article for $8,000 that has to appear on that recap sheet,
yeah.
as we have to cover.
Okay,
Wouldn't they have to have a special fund for that? Because if they're not gonna, cause otherwise wouldn't it go into free cash if it's not spent?
if it's not in their budget, it is a separate,
is that one of the accounts on 6?
no, that's not a revolving account. This is
Oh.
just, this is, I guess they call them stabilization account, where you put money into a stabilization account for X number of years, and then you use it to stabilize and level out your budget. So that you're not going, the assessors are running, and then all of a sudden there's a $25,000 hit in
Right.
one year, and then it comes back down. So this is to,
So there's an 8,000 payment line item in the budget,
yeah,
and then when they have to do this, there'll be an article to withdraw that money and use it that year to do the assessment.
I don't think,
Does that not require an article?
maybe, I don't think, it may not require an article.
They may just be able to take it out
Take
and use
take
it.
it out and use it, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't ever recall another one to pull it out.
Okay.
So, we'll give Kathy a second to look up.
Just curious.
Yep. This last year I think they said take it from overlay, which was not the right place to. And so I'm looking at this and thinking, there was a little bit of free cash, and I don't know that we're gonna have other available funds, so.
It's supposed to be listed in here?
No,
No? Oh, okay.
no, it's not listed in there. She usually, in her detailed, when she would put a note about the $8,000 line
Okay.
in her details.
Okay.
Okay, any additional questions on the transfer of $8,000 to the assessors periodic?
I'll make a motion to recommend Article 13.
Second.
Okay, so we had a motion to recommend Article 13 and a second. One more time, any questions? None being heard. Vote to approve Article 13.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Being heard, unanimous. Article 14. Big access. So
This is this amount of money comes in and then the same amount goes out to pay for this, right?
yeah, so the money comes in from the Comcast fees, or it comes in from Comcast based on the contract. The fees they charge, so they take, it's equal to 5% of their gross annual revenue for Townsend's. And this money is here, and then it's transferred into the TCAM account so that they continue running and keeping everything running for us in the meetings, Zooms.
So if we ever open this up to if we ever open cable to competition where someone could come in and offer cable, then that would impact Comcast only to
We would have to have.
kick back these funds in essence.
Comcast, if Comcast had reduced revenues, this amount from Comcast would be reduced. If another company came in and was offering the cable service, then yes, but this is not just cable, this isn't internet. This is strictly the cable and the broadcast.
Right.
Now,
does Comcast operate the PEG for us, or do we operate that ourselves?
We operate it ourselves. That's the TCAM, the Independent Corporation through Townsend Community Access Media.
Okay.
So I would think.
So if we open up to another carrier, we could, part of the contract for that would be for them to contribute as well.
Yeah.
Right.
It would be, yeah,
Okay.
and offset, but again, we just signed the contract with Comcast for the next 10 years.
Sure.
In December.
We did a 10-year contract?
Yes.
How could we do that? I thought 5 was the.
I think with cable, they let you do 10. And kind of, the prior one was 10 years. And again, it's on the broadcast cable, so if you're streaming, so you get your broadband service, but you stream everything, that's those revenues, we're gonna see a
Right.
downturn in those. It's kind of like, so it's something that we definitely need,
So all I do is stream Comcast
Mhm.
for whatever channel I want,
Mhm.
YouTube 99% of the time. And that, none of that revenue I give them, that $100,000 a month they take,
Well, it depends, are you paying for broadcast, is the
I
broadcast
don't
get
know what I'm
television?
paying for. I signed up for internet.
Okay,
Okay, and I have a tendency to believe that
But you
they've
have
stuck
cable.
something else on there. And I also have a tendency to believe that they are inaccessible, so you cannot talk to one of them to find out what you have.
Yeah, but this is only for cable. So if you have
the broadcast
cable,
cable.
it's 5% of your cable bill, not the
Right.
internet, and not telephone.
What if it's all bundled?
If it's bundled, it's
Oh,
just-
they'd separate it, yeah.
Right.
What's the difference between internet and cable? Because you need a wire to get into your house.
Okay,
So
the-
the internet is just your internet access, cable is your cable TV.
I have no cable TV, no access.
okay, so you.
Okay, so you just
stream,
stream.
So you just get internet.
So you're-
Just
so you're-
broadband.
So you're screwing us out of PEG money.
There you go.
There you go. And I think I'd like to do that too.
Okay.
Not anything to do with TCAM.
Yeah,
There is
no, no.
nothing on cable.
You're
Okay.
right.
You stay in a motel anywhere in the continental US, and out of 500 channels, you won't find one to watch.
History Channel, come on.
You?
That never showed up.
Okay, let's get back on track.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, it's kind of like,
I make
yeah,
a motion to recommend this article.
thank you.
I'll second it.
Okay, so we had a motion from Kathy and a second.
Well, yeah, that
Carol.
was
So,
huge.
any? No further questions? Any further questions? Sorry.
So I guess I only had, I mean, this is a
Yep.
tangential question to this, but when we redid the contract with them, why did they not include internet service receipts?
Yeah.
Well,
It never was,
Right,
I know it never was, but I'm negotiating a new contract.
but I think
Right.
what it is,
It's-
is that
and the rates,
VCAM is recording their shows and it shows, I mean, they.
And they're broadcasting it over the cable network,
Yeah.
right? Right, I
Yeah,
get
so
that.
I think that's how it all ties in,
Sure, no, I understand
And they
that, I
provide
guess,
the original equipment to set all
right?
of it up. That's kind of like.
I guess I'm just asking why the contract couldn't have said, okay,
I don't know if it's excluded, it could be excluded,
Hmm.
by law.
okay, well, that's,
You know
if
what I
that,
mean?
yes,
If
no,
you-
I know that if that's the answer, then
That's
that's
answer.
fine.
It's kind of like they haven't, they haven't
They haven't updated the Mass General Law yet.
for telecommunications. Yeah.
Okay,
Kinda like
fair enough,
That's.
Yeah.
Because, in this case,
remember
there was
that.
a,
I was on that committee.
lawyer brought in.
okay, so they might have tried that and said, oh, no, we can't do that.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And that's what the lawyer said.
Yeah.
Okay,
For that was.
That's-
Able to.
Okay,
that's
the money on this, move on.
Okay, we gotta vote on
Okay.
this.
Yes, I,
Okay, so you gotta wait. All in favor of recommending Article 14?
I,
All opposed? None heard. Article 14 is recommended unanimously.
thank you.
Zoning bylaws and adoptions.
so these aren't really money
I don't know one.
articles, right?
Yeah, but no,
Okay, if anybody has an article they want to recommend, generally we don't do, but we have made exceptions in the past and we will continue if we think there's something that we want.
I think Article 15 is worth discussing. I don't think we go changing stuff. Well, why didn't they change it? Where they put in the service.
Okay, let's see.
And where are they putting it?
Service of the warrant, no, so.
Yes, and where are they putting it? Where are they changing them to?
that's was what I questioned when we met with,
I don't think we should recommend something unless we know where it's gonna go.
Well, we wouldn't recommend anything on this one anyway, because it's not financial.
Okay.
yeah.
No,
I know it's not financial, but
Well,
No.
it's not financial, but how, if you want people to show up to town meeting, and not that they go around and read the warrant or anything, but
Right.
not everyone has access to a computer.
right, and sometimes you
yeah,
can
I
find
mean,
things.
but they're not telling you where they're gonna put it.
Okay,
I know.
right, so that's the question, where is it says the list will be maintained by the select board and kept on file in the office of the town clerk, so you can request it at any time.
No. They hadn't decided where to put it? Yes, exactly. I make a motion, we do not recommend Article 15 until we have the location.
Yeah,
Location of what?
Well,
We're gonna post the meetings.
right, so.
So what does section 6 say now?
Yeah, what does it say now?
It says that it will post at the West Townsend Reading Room.
The police
Town Hall, police
station,
station,
town hall, the Harbor Church and the Harbor Fire Station.
right.
Right.
You ought to know it by heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right, it's kind of like, it's always that last sheet where they record and what time they post.
Well, it would be just like them
Mhm.
to decide where it's gonna be and keep in their office and nobody will know.
Right.
So I think we should know.
Where it is and,
Yeah,
and
and if they can't tell us where they're
and
gonna
maybe a
be.
section about how it changes, it will change annually in a warrant article,
Oh,
kind of,
But where?
it's,
I need to know this year where it's gonna be for next year's meeting.
no, I'd say not recommend. I
I
made a
agree.
motion. to
So
not
we
recommend.
we changed it at one point because the Harbor Church may not have been available to post it there.
Right.
And so
But I thought the fire chief got up and so unanimously allowed
he
us to
did, so
post.
it didn't
Mm.
go anyplace. Cause
Right.
my thought was, let's post it in precinct 3 at the water department, everybody's there, but that's way out of the way.
Mm.
But it's a town-owned building in precinct 3 and we don't have any others.
right,
We have the fire station.
No, it's not in precinct 3.
that's precinct 2 there.
Oh, that's true. Well, I don't even know.
I don't even know where.
I don't know.
Three is
Tivoli Park, basically.
Timberley Park, west to Emery and up the
And
Willow
Pittsburgh
Apple.
Road, that way,
One?
you know, kind of like.
One,
About time, is that
I-
included?
I'm on one, and I'm
I
right
just
there
don't
on
think we
this.
should
Yeah,
retro this
Emory.
until we
No,
know
not
where we're
Emory,
gonna put it.
The other one.
I agree,
Because I think that,
but I understand it's not a money article and yet it's. You
Wait,
you only come to vote on the budget.
Well, it may impact us as to who's gonna post it. Is it gonna be part of who's posting it? Do we pay them?
No, they do it during their
Their
hours,
shift?
yeah,
This share, yeah. There is.
oh, it doesn't, we're not paying for the detail.
no.
No, it's not a separate fee. They say they'll cover it.
I just
They
think
go around
that it's crazy. I understand it has nothing to do with money.
Yep.
But
Well,
I just think intelligent people would not be voting on something that we don't know what it is.
Right.
And we make
Yeah.
a
Where it is.
change it, where it is. I mean, it's kind of crazy, I think. But that would just be,
Well, it does say in accordance with the requirements of Massachusetts general laws. Do we know what those requirements are?
that's what was in the precinct.
Oh, I printed that out.
It's not gonna tell us where.
No, it does not.
Right, but if it says that they have to be posted in the precinct, then they can't just say they're gonna post them in the select board room and not send them out anywhere. That was your big concern,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we would never know.
Right, well,
No.
but what I'm saying is if if the general law requires them to be publicly posted in a precinct, they can't not post it. You see what I'm saying?
I hear you very clearly. Yes. Logically, yes, you're
Yeah.
right.
General law says they have to post it.
But why is it a secret? There's only so many places.
Especially in West Hampton.
I don't
Well,
understand
their concern is that they're gonna sell the West Townsend Reading Room and it won't be able to be posted there.
Well, you know what, let's not put the cart before the horse.
Right, it's not sold, so put it
Right,
there,
right.
and then at the next special meeting, if it happens to be, or
Yeah.
regular town meeting, whichever comes first, they say it is no longer there, we have to move it, and then write that one in stone in front of the town meeting.
Exactly, that's my,
So the current bylaw specifies where they get posted?
Exactly.
Okay,
Well, then keep it there.
And we've had to change it from time to time
Right.
because.
and that gets done in a special town meeting, I'm assuming, with a special town meeting article?
Yeah.
It
We're
can-
gonna amend this to post it here,
Yeah, it doesn't.
or an annual,
Yeah.
but you say where it is,
so-
it's amended to move from the church.
point A to point
Point
B.
B, yeah,
So,
but you know the points.
but if that's the case and it's in there, is it a change in the E code? Is it recorded?
This will be changed in the E code.
This will be an E code, but is the list currently maintained in E code or is that?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, cause it's, yeah,
so by taking it out, we don't have to change E code.
What's the code?
And that's where the bylaws, when you go into the bylaws on the
Mhm.
website, it's the software package for all the
Okay.
bylaws.
So by making this change, this would allow them to update the listings of where they're posted without having to update the bylaw and go through a town meeting article.
Correct.
I don't see why they should do that. Because it's a town meeting where you get everybody's attention.
Right.
Well, that's because if they're not showing up, they don't care where it's gonna be
Well,
posted.
if the genesis of this article is because they're selling the reading room in their mind, I think that is, as I said before, putting a cart before the horse.
I think
And
you're
so, you know what,
Right.
they're not telling us where, they're not telling us why, and it's just like, okay, we're gonna change it.
But if,
Just like
but if
the
it is
constable
like,
thing,
if
everybody has a
it
right to know, is this
it
another one of
happens
those?
to be, so you don't have to update E-code with a town meeting.
And keep the list on the website somewhere that it's accessible.
As soon as they sell it, they
Yeah,
can
you
move
want
the
to know
posting
within the
point.
town
But I
clerk's
think we
office.
should put in an article where the spots are gonna
Right,
be.
yeah, so it may,
Well, that's what it is currently. The current bylaw has where the spots are.
Right,
Yeah, that's why we should have the new one, whatever this is.
Yeah. right, make the change,
They should have some indication of where,
Yeah,
we're
where they
thinking about where it might go.
right, so,
then put it in the bylaws, change that bylaw.
I guess I would say that as a finance committee, I don't see that we would be acting on this article. As a person at the town meeting, you should feel free to stand up and say exactly what you've been saying here.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, I have no problem with that.
Right? I mean,
Yep.
you know, you have as much right to stand up and speak at town meeting as anybody else.
Yeah, I
So you
voted,
should feel free at town meeting to stand up and say, hey,
I'll back you
I'm not happy with this.
if I'm still awake by then.
Kinda,
I don't know that, but to me, it doesn't, I don't know that it makes sense for us to act on this as a finance committee. Does that make sense?
So you'd have to, if you were gonna talk, you'd have to.
Yeah,
walk
I'll
away from the
get
table
up
and
and
just
say
get up,
something,
yeah.
right, and again, part of that is we're difficult to see in that eye level with the moderator at the same level.
No, I'll get up and go down and,
Yeah, that's why I recommend going down, then you
Yeah.
can.
Right,
And the
right.
microphone on the board.
Right.
And let your, and again, we all have that, we have your citizens of the town, and if we have questions about articles, we can
Right.
come down and do it. So then,
all right, Article 16 does affect money.
okay, so.
Right, 'cause that's selling the reading
Back to
room.
Article 15, is it that we have a motion to make no recommendation? on
No,
Article
I
15?
oppose this vehemently.
We didn't do that for all the other ones that we didn't make recommendations.
We just put not applicable.
Yeah, that's,
Applicable.
It's-
Why do they not?
Not financial.
No, not-
Not a financial impact.
it's
Yeah, no
We-
no financial impact.
for
What are you
15.
talking about, 15?
Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah,
oh,
it's kind of like, before we moved on to 16, I wanted to make sure we're.
you wanted to make sure I would say, yeah, for 15, we don't,
So,
No financial impact, that's fine.
no financial impact is fine, we'll record that and put it
Okay.
up. Okay,
yeah, I mean, I don't argue with you that 16 has a financial impact. So
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
I'm not arguing that.
Strangle you. Okay, so to see if the town will vote to declare available for disposition and authorize the select board in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30B. That's plural, right? And as is, if and as applicable, to dispose of the property at 264 Dudley Road, Townsend, AKA the West Townsend Reading Room, on such terms and conditions as the select board deems appropriate, whether by sale through auction, public auction, sealed bid. Okay, I can't finish this. Did you? Yeah. Hello?
So,
Yes.
where did she leave off?
okay.
Yeah, it's done on the.
At the sealed bid as request for proposals or otherwise as recommended by Townsend Properties Committee.
Sorry.
Okay,
And to execute. any
And we get to execute
documents
somebody?
necessary to effectuate the transfer. I. Absolutely, unequivocally, without any reservations at all, unashamedly. Oh,
So you don't want to sell the reading room.
No.
absolutely not, no.
Okay.
I think it's I think there's a million reasons why we shouldn't, and one of them being that we don't have a deed to it, we have no idea what. There's been absolutely no written spent on this. Not even close. We have a general fund, not a general fund, we have a what kind of fund is that? A maintenance fund that was
Maintenance fund, yeah.
that was left as part of the reading room, that we were told at properties that they couldn't find it, finally they found it, and there's $27,000 in it. So there's been
17 of
no
which can be spent.
due
Right.
diligence whatsoever, and they just want to sell an asset that has historically brought money in.
when it was operational. It's kind of like.
It was operational up until November, Thanksgiving of 2025.
Well, they didn't make enough money to maintain it, and I get that.
They didn't advertise.
But
But they didn't advertise it.
Mhm.
And the West Townsend Reading Room Committee was defunct. And now they've done away with it.
Yeah, we went to sign up for it and then we were told that it doesn't exist because they're gonna sell the house, the building.
They're gonna ask the town.
But you're saying that the town doesn't have a clear title to
I'm
it?
absolutely saying that. And I was on the phone with a lawyer today. The town lawyer who does the assessments, yeah,
Mhm.
properties.
And what did he said he does not know where
That she couldn't find the deed to the property. So
So how could you even sell it if you don't?
Well,
have
that is the
the-
big question. So she was talking about different actions to take, like action, adverse possession. I said, quiet the title. I mean, we were going back and
Mhm.
forth with choices. To get a document on the record in the Register of Deeds office that shows evidence of ownership. Because right now, the only place we have it is in the will of the donor and in the town.
Okay, so this building was donated to the town by somebody some years ago.
1979.
Okay, 1979. Was donated to the town for town use,
Right,
included a fund for maintenance,
correct.
which at one point was misplaced and now has been found again.
Right.
Correct.
And it was, you're saying it was shut down in November because they did not have the funds to maintain it?
Well, there's
That's what they said.
They said the septic was not, running properly and they feel they need a new septic, however, it has not been inspected.
Yes.
And-
Right, so there's that piece, but I believe it had backed up, frozen and backed up, and that's why they.
Oh, no. But that's the thing, everything's
There was
gossip,
multiple-
there's no,
Right.
There's no
There's
evidence.
multiple years, Rob had shut it down.
in the winter.
In the winter,
Well,
Correct. right,
Yeah.
yeah, because they had updated the wiring one year too, so I mean.
But the church was in there, they don't say stop going to church in the winter. Was there a church in there for quite a few
Yeah,
years?
yeah.
Well, yeah, but the last couple we had, it had been shut down because.
I don't think it's a couple,
Where is the West Townsend meeting? I mean,
On Canal Street.
Dudley Road and Canal Street.
It's a little white
So
building.
west,
Yeah.
you know where
That's
the
property.
clock is by, near the shuttle shop?
I just,
If you go towards the recycle center,
yeah,
turn there, Dudley Road is the
Right.
first road on your right.
Right
And
over
it's
there,
right on the
Just
corner there.
just over the bridge.
just over the bridge, exactly, yeah.
Oh, okay, so on the corner of Dudley Road and Mason Road, you're saying?
Well, it's actually Canal Street, it's kind of like,
Oh, Canal Street, it turns into Mason Road, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Dudley Road.
Yeah, that
I also want to tell you that I really believe that selling real estate assets is a very poor move. Just because we were
Mhm.
negligent does not mean that we should dispose of our assets, particularly the two that they want to talk about.
I'm assuming
Historical.
it's this
They're
building there.
historic,
Yes.
mhm,
we're in New England.
And it may not be that-
Historic
that-
is,
Church is no longer there.
Right. and
Yeah,
they
most
don't use it
towns.
anymore because-
and
Yeah.
I think it's dereliction of duty. They did not try to
It needs work,
get people on the
Mhm.
but
committee.
we have
They
17.
cut the committee down without
Yeah.
telling anybody that, just
Yeah.
on their own volition. They- Lost the money again,
Yeah.
Right.
lost the
And then-
count.
Is it an historic?
You can't tell me
building?
that $17,000 won't cover at least inspection. And we, actually, the three of us have gone in and we've looked at it and it's totally cosmetic.
Mhm.
Now, I'm not saying that in 17,000, I just think we should not be dumping
Okay.
real estate. Because if you look at the many billionaires in this world,
Mhm.
they either made their billions by real estate or their investments are real estate. Real estate is something you should, I think, deal with and,
Yeah, somebody will buy it cheap and.
yeah, exactly.
And
And
then
we say, I said, why do you want to sell this? They said, oh, we need the money right now. Well, you know what?
you're not gonna get anything for it,
Mm.
comparatively, for what it's worth.
We have a responsibility that woman who left that place and that fund
Mm. Yep.
in perpetuity to the town, I think you might even have to go to court for that.
Well,
I think
and,
it's part of her will.
and like, well, yeah, and
Breaking the will.
And Kathy just said, okay, we've got the 17,000 that we can spend now, and there's more in there that could be spent the next year. But then you also have this CPA that just got created.
Well, there's that.
Some of that could be
Yeah.
used to rehabilitate this.
Fundraising.
Mhm.
Fundraising. We wanted to put together a Friends of the,
West Town.
West Town Meeting Room. And there's some serious history with the owner of that property because her husband was the chemist that developed Valspar, which is very internationally
Mm.
coding.
Yeah.
International coding around the world. So
Mm.
there's possibly money there for that. I mean, I sent some feelers out for that. But
You're saying there could be royalties that by will were directed to
No,
this fund?
they're all taken care of, cause I
No,
read the
but
will.
a grant
Okay.
from
A
them.
grant from-
Oh, a grant from that, from the
Yes.
company that makes that
Correct, well,
substance.
Sherwin-Williams just bought them,
Okay,
just like a couple years ago. And they have community engagement programs.
right.
So I think the right people talking to them, I think we should explore it before we dump it.
Okay, that, how, just a question, how did the rest of the properties committee vote?
Well, that's the interesting thing. We wanted to keep this off, but
We did because with the
because
question,
the deed question was a
we had a
big
big
issue.
question, and then it was the
Account.
the account that they left that said, you know, they gave what, 10,000 back
Mhm.
90 years
Base,
ago,
yeah.
and that was in perpetuity, and it was like, well, can you really sell it? I mean, what,
Right.
and at that time, we couldn't find the money, we
Yeah.
found the money since then, and it's more
And
money
then the
than we
other
thought.
question is what happens to that money?
What happens to the base, because we were only supposed to spend the interest, not, and the base was there.
Base,
And
they-
so you're gonna need to know what
But
the
even
gift
the
was and
interest,
how to return
because
it.
that interest is supposed to be spent for maintenance.
Well, see, that's the thing. I think that it's a legal issue. I think that you're breaking a will, number one. And I think that you gotta go to court for that. I don't think you just do that.
Yeah.
You know, with somebody,
We had too many,
Yeah.
there was too many questions
Yeah,
on
wait a
this
minute.
particular
Right.
property,
But-
Right.
and,
Not
and the
recommended.
biggest one, where you couldn't find the deed, I know you got the wills, but then it's that account, where
If
did
there's
it
no,
say that?
if there's no deed, you can't sell a property that it doesn't have a deed.
point.
That's what I thought,
we
but
tried, so- yeah, no, I even asked a question of the town council and they gave me the answer that was a non-answer. When I talked to the lawyer for the properties,
Mhm.
she gave me at least
Okay.
legal.
Okay, yeah, because there is a lawyer we use for the treasurer for the property.
Yeah, Iris Leahy, that's what I
Okay,
talked to.
Okay,
So,
Yep.
it's just a legal
And that was
issues,
never-
money issue.
Isn't that the one that was never recommended to go, the assessors didn't recommend it to go forward?
Yes, our committee did not recommend it to go forward, and then all of a sudden, bang,
it showed up here.
it showed up.
Okay, so that's probably a better, the properties committee is supposed to make recommendations to the select board about properties to move if.
You saw how that worked out.
Well, but that's the piece, it's kind of like if it's here, if the vote was no by the properties committee, then this.
It shouldn't have even been on this.
Right, yeah, so I mean, that's.
I'm not sure we even voted on it, I thought we like tabled,
Okay, you table
Because we
that
wanted
part.
the information, and we
Yeah.
never got the information.
Yeah,
Okay, then,
So we haven't had a meeting since.
no, because it kind of just,
right.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that would be the piece. The properties committee has not recommended this to move forward to the select board yet.
Yeah, but they still have it slipped into 17 as
Yeah,
well as
exactly.
16.
Yeah,
Well, but these could be different. It's kind of like different properties. They could be on different.
I don't know, last time I heard the
So,
radio station
it's not
WGR,
recommended.
Okay, so do we have a motion to not recommend
Yeah.
articles?
Yeah.
Motion to recommend.
I'll second.
Jerry made it, I thought it was.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion?
No, I think they built beat back and forth.
All in favor of not recommending Article 16?
Aye.
All opposed? Stands unanimous. We don't recommend Article 16.
So in Article 17,
Yeah.
with the table back here,
Mm-hmm.
is is the address of the reading room in this table?
It was.
Yeah, it's down the bottom.
Yeah, very bottom one.
Yeah, very last one.
But,
Okay, West Townsend Reading Room.
so that,
Well, actually,
We need to recommend it.
so yeah,
Mhm.
I would like to take the old library out, because I think that's another real estate asset. It's a historic building. It has a lot of potential. I know that there's issues, but like Dave brought up the CPA
Mhm.
potential. I think there's potential, save the building, donations, townspeople. Again, I don't think we
Yeah.
should be selling those assets.
Yeah, and the other properties, so those were town
The other
property. The
property-
rest of these look like they're,
They're people, they're owned by
they,
people.
they were tax taking.
Well, they probably were owned by people, but they're not anymore because they stopped paying their taxes.
Right, right.
Yeah. that's
They
it.
basically, or abandoned the property.
And they're made
Either
of,
way.
Next door to each, I mean, there's somebody, are they right beside each other?
some of them
Some of
are.
them are.
I did look at, and I think it was Laurel Lane. I looked at, and there's three properties that are in, there's, shows water in all three.
Oh,
So that,
Wetlands?
yeah. So again, it's kind of like there's no comments on these, and that's gonna get us in town meeting. There's always questions about the size of the lot, is it visible, buildable, what are the comments that the properties committee may have seen on it? It's kind of like,
We did have those though, didn't
Well,
we? Didn't they go through those?
Go through them, I can't.
I would think, and one
She
eighty-two,
might have gone through some of the properties, I think some of them might not have been buildable.
And some of them they took off the list.
Some they took off the list.
Right.
So I guess the question becomes, with Article 17, do we recommend the table in total or not recommend in total? Or can we go in and say, we do not recommend items,
10 and 12 or
10
whatever.
and 12,
right,
but we recommend the other ones?
and then.
And with the way the motion is written, or the way the article is written, can the town vote and say, we will approve this article excluding
You would have
We'd have to
to
amend it.
amend on the floor,
to remove those?
so remove those properties, so you'd need a whole
Okay.
table with the ones you wanted to remove.
That might be the old library, the West Times and Reading Room.
Remove them.
And again, it's kind of like 182 Warren Road is here. It was already at town meeting and approved, but that was about 5 years ago. Somehow it ended up on the Townsend Housing Authority Trust list, but they said it really doesn't belong there, so they're taking 182 Warren Road up as a revote. And the reason that is sticking, one of the reserve fund transfers we did one year was to board that up, because it wasn't boarded up. And that's why it's sticking in my head,
Yeah,
why I see that one.
okay.
What do you think? All of these half acre lots are just swamps?
A lot of them are non-buildable, if they're out in,
Thursday.
off Emery, there's Sumac and Laurel Lane and
Mhm.
those are off at Emery.
Okay, well, good luck selling.
Well, if you expect maybe a neighbor that wants a little extra patch, he can use half the lot. It's kind of like it's something,
Okay, yeah, you could see a whole section of Sumac that has no houses on
right?
Is that what you just looked at?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause you zoom in enough on the map, it'll show you the little squares for the houses. On Sumac, you can see there's like a pond,
Okay.
and there's no houses along Sumac near that pond.
805.
Pretty big lot, just, orange.
Warren Street's pretty big, but it's a narrow lot, and so could be, you're gonna have to get,
There's something on
yeah, bungalows there. It's pretty dilapidated.
Where is that?
182 Warren.
More and more.
it. 20 years ago, I could have fixed up anything.
Oh, Warren, there's Warren, okay.
Yeah,
Warren.
you go over the bridge in the harbor and you
Yeah,
bear left.
Yeah, I know where Warren Road is, one of Alexandra's
Is that like the
classmates.
brown house that looks abandoned?
It
Looks
is,
like
you can
a
see,
brown capefish or a brown.
yeah, they call it bungalow. It's sort of brown gray
So
because
on the
it's,
left, the
I don't
left-hand
think
side.
if you're heading towards Lunenburg, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay,
Oh,
yeah, cause it's kind
It's all
of,
woods, there's no driveway.
yeah, it looks all covered over.
Yep.
But the property isn't really usable, is it?
The property is not really usable. It's kind of like, because there's not enough frontage,
Oh, it's
but it's
frontage.
11 acres, yeah.
well, if you can replace the bungalow, it's usable that way.
I would think, so.
I mean, if-
Same footprint.
Yeah, I mean,
Can you get it, I mean, is there a driveway?
Yeah,
I don't know, I'm just saying, if
Looks
there's
like
already a
here.
building there, I would
Yeah.
imagine that you could replace that building.
that looks like an entrance of some sort or other.
So there is no, you can't get in now.
You can't get
Kinda like
it
It's
there from here?
it's so old and overgrown that if there was a driveway, it's gone.
Well, it's the shadow of the satellite picture is Yeah, something in there, you may not.
There's a remains of a driveway there.
Yeah.
Oh, remains of a driveway.
Probably
But you'd have to read, I mean,
Most of
you
these-
might be able to sell that to a developer who would rebuild that house
Went to a mini.
and put a
but it's
put a
gotta-
driveway in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not saying you would, I'm just saying you might be able
Yeah.
to.
okay.
Right, so what are we doing with 17? Anything?
Right.
So are we taking down property number 21 and 23?
Well, that's a hard one, because we're talking about then amending
Well,
the article.
we already recommend,
So it's kind of like, it's built with this whole thing, and so we could recommend
Taking up the.
Do we recommend them be voted on separately?
that, to be honest with you, they should all be individual. But that's past history. It's kind of like, the way this is, and we have one article, it's an all or nothing article, you're looking at.
Yeah, well,
It's kind of like,
not unless they pull those two out, the library and the West Reading Room.
I mean, yeah, we could make a recommendation to amend the article to remove those two items.
Mhm.
And if that amendment fails, then we would recommend not passing it.
yep, okay, fair enough. We've done contingent. changes
Okay, I
before.
recommend to amend the article
Mhm.
to remove the library and the
Right.
reading room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's something, I mean, if they want a straight recommendation now, as the article is presented, we'd say not recommended.
Yeah.
Recommended in looking at it,
Removal of those two properties.
yeah, because the first one was listed in Article 16, so this is redundant.
No, we redundant our recommendation. Not
Okay.
to-
So Dave, you made that motion?
Sure.
I'll second it.
Okay, we had a motion to approve with changes, Article 17. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Okay, so, all opposed, sorry. No opposed, it's unanimous that we would like to see a change to Article 18 to remove the separate property that was listed in Article 16.
Would it make sense,
The old library.
it'd be 8:10, would it make sense to vote to be done for a night and come back Thursday?
we're coming back, anyway, yeah.
We're coming back anyway and pick up with Article 18 and then go back on the ones we've got.
Yeah, does that sound reasonable?
Oh, there's only, there's only.
Only a couple more.
Yeah,
There we go.
well, I don't think we really, I don't know that we take action on.
Hmm,
Well, the
next-
bylaw, do we just say no financial, whatever?
no financial impact.
Which one is that, Carol?
19?
No financial impact.
That's
Well, 18 as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18,
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
And that's a zoning bylaw.
marijuana cultivation.
Hmm. And again, that could be revenue based if we can get them in by changing the bylaw.
Oh, I think I see that before we had a chance to do.
The planning board hasn't recommended them yet?
No, we're doing that on Monday.
Oh, so we probably shouldn't even be looking
No.
at these, right?
And if you're doing them
Right.
Monday, are they hoping to get
I
them
think there's a public meeting Monday.
And then the town meeting is Tuesday?
to approve? Wait,
Yeah, I think.
Well, these three articles are all citizen petitions to, somebody must want to grow pot.
Yeah, so I think we should just,
Leave them be because they're,
okay.
Yep.
research.
That, I don't know what the problem or the two are, but 500 feet was retarded.
It's all at the meeting, but I've been researching mass laws and.
Yeah, but we won't know about it until,
right.
so why don't we take,
Well, I think,
Recommend no recommendation,
We're on the marijuana stuff.
no financial,
no,
right.
we could just say no financial impact,
yeah,
I could do that. Cause I know he wants. For right now, I don't know if the language
it's gonna remain the
is
same.
gonna remain the same.
Now,
or I'm not quite sure what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
With it.
So when are we gonna get the motions?
He sent them.
he sent them at like 4:45, I think, tonight. Or 5:15.
Yeah, they're reviewing them tonight.
They're reviewing them tonight, so we can go upstairs. They might be to that point. Right, so I asked for the preliminaries. I said, if you're reviewing them tonight, you must have at least preliminary, we will treat them that way, but. I didn't.
So we'll go over those on Thursday.
We can go over them, yeah, and see how they relate, if there's any impact on
I
us.
can't repeat, I don't know.
And then maybe I get the final motions after they've, after the select board has looked at them.
Okay.
Okay, so on Articles 18 through 20, because it's marijuana, we're saying there's zoning articles and no financial impact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, cause there's
Everybody's
something
good
in
for that.
articles, yeah.
Do we need to vote on that or just?
No,
No, I don't.
No, because
We
there's no
we
financial-
I
typically,
think just.
Okay.
a
typically
general-
don't vote
Yeah.
on no
Okay.
financial impact.
Right, a general agreement that there's no
Right.
financial impact, but if somebody can make a case for the financial impact, we
I
can.
think the zoning bylaw changes.
Yeah.
well, we can't do anything to make them worse than they were.
And
All right,
so we have our articles that we're gonna go back and visit the, on Thursday. We have a couple of things that we're gonna try to get information on.
All right,
Yeah,
Would it be appropriate to make a motion to adjourn for the night?
I'll second that.
8:13,
Yeah, at 8:13.
okay,
Okay.
motion to adjourn, and we had a second to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We stand adjourned.